Once upon a time, there were two sisters named Mangita and Larina who lived in a small cottage. Mangita was very hardworking, and in her free time she worked at her father's fruit shop. Larina, on the other hand, loved traveling and having fun. When she got bored, she would look at herself by the river and brush her long hair. "Today I'm even more beautiful than my sister." One day, Mangita and Larina's father went on a long journey that could not be undone. Although Mangita was very sad about her father's departure, Larina was happy. "Now I can sit by the river all night." After her father left, Mangita began to work even harder. In the morning, she would sweep the floor, make delicious soup for lunch, and hang laundry. Larina's only entertainment was causing trouble for her sister. She would dirty the carpets at home and pour ice-cold water into the cooked soup. "Why is the soup still cold? And why are these carpets dirty? I just cleaned them. The animals you fed must have dirtied them, huh?" One day, Larina went out for a walk in the forest. She carelessly picked unripe fruits and threw them into the river. At that moment, an old woman walked slowly towards her. "Hello, dear girl. I am very hungry. Could you give me some fruit too?" Larina handed the old woman the wild strawberries she had just picked, which tasted bad. "Auntie, you can eat as much as you want. These are the most delicious strawberries in the world." As soon as the old woman ate the strawberries, her stomach began to hurt. "Are these strawberries delicious?" "Ugh, still, thank you." As Larina was returning home, the old woman fell asleep right there. While Mangita was out in the forest gathering vegetables for dinner, she saw the sick old woman. She immediately brought her home and put her to bed. "What is this woman doing in our house? She smells awful." "Don't say that, Larina. The woman is very sick. We must feed her healthy food to help her recover." Mangita prepared hot soups and made herbal teas for the old woman. Larina secretly poured out the soups and put dirt into the herbal teas. "Larina, did you put dirt in this herbal tea? Tell me right now." "No, I didn't put it. The old woman did." In a few days, the old woman had recovered. "You're a kind-hearted girl, Mangita. If you ever get sick, eat these blueberries every day. You will recover right away." After a long time of doing all the chores by herself, Mangita became very tired and finally fell sick and went to bed. "Larina, could you bring me the blueberries the old woman gave me?" But Larina ate all the blueberries herself. "There's nothing here. Maybe the birds you fed ate them all." Mangita became even weaker, falling asleep drenched in sweat. Larina left the house and went to the river to comb her hair. At that moment, the old woman appeared before her again. "Hey, little girl, where's your sister?" "She went to pick fruit in sacks and went to work. What's it to you?" The old woman realized that Larina had lied. She immediately went to their house to see Mangita. The old woman felt very sad when she saw the young girl, who helped her, drenched in sweat and looking sick, and cried for a long time. Larina, who was watching them from the window, laughed out loud. Just at that moment, the old woman turned into a beautiful fairy. Larina was very surprised when she saw the fairy. "You're a fairy. I open my house to you. You owe me. Let me have the most beautiful hair in the world. Quickly, use magic and grant my wish." Actually, when the fairy first saw Larina, she turned into an old woman to see if she was a good person. "I gave you a chance to do one good deed, but you always did bad things." At that moment, the fairy waved her magic wand from side to side. Larina's hair turned into ivy. "Ha! My hair! What happened to my hair? It became so ugly! Help!" Larina ran to the river in fear and looked at her hair. As flies buzzed around her head, her ivy hair suddenly got stuck in the ground. "I've become so ugly. I don't want to look at myself." At that moment, the fairy fed a blueberry to Mangita, and she finally recovered and opened her eyes. "Thank you, fairy. I feel much better now." The fairy waved her wand twice, turning their small cottage into a dazzling palace. Mangita was very surprised and impressed when she saw the palace. "Kindness is always rewarded, young girl. This palace is your reward." "Thank you, fairy. But what about my sister? What happened to her?" "Your sister will forever look at her ugly reflection by the river." "I love my sister so much. What is the point of living alone in this huge palace without her? Give us back a happy life in our cottage, fairy. That is my only wish." The fairy was very happy to hear Mangita's words. First, she turned the magnificent palace back into the cottage. Then, she went to Larina, and with her magic wand, she turned her ivy hair back to its old beautiful form. Larina hugged Mangita out of happiness. "You saved me. I am so sorry. I will be a good person now. I promise." At that moment, Larina understood that the happiness of helping others is worth everything. Because happiness becomes more beautiful when shared.